Capgras Delusion. My husband looks like him, but I know he's not. That's what someone with Capgras Delusion might say. This rare condition causes a person to believe that someone close to them, like a parent, spouse, or friend, has been replaced by an identical imposter. Even though the face is familiar, the emotional connection feels off. It's thought to be linked to a disconnection between facial recognition and emotional processing in the brain. So your eyes say one thing, but your feelings say another. In some cases, it even extends to pets or places. It's as if their brain is screaming, "This looks right, but it's all wrong." Cotard's delusion, the Walking Dead syndrome. Now imagine believing you're dead while still breathing. That's Cotard's delusion, also called walking corpse syndrome. People with this terrifying condition truly believe they are already dead, don't exist, or have lost their internal organs. One woman refused to eat because she believed she had no stomach. Another asked to be taken to the morgue, convinced she had died. It's often linked to severe depression, brain trauma, or psychosis, and sometimes coexists with neurological diseases. In some cases, patients recover with treatment, but while it lasts, it's like living in a horror story where you're the ghost. Foreign accent syndrome. No, this isn't someone pretending for fun. Foreign accent syndrome is a real condition where people suddenly start speaking with a foreign accent after a brain injury or stroke. A woman in the UK developed a French-sounding accent after a migraine episode. Others have woken up speaking with a Chinese or Eastern European accent, despite never visiting those regions. It's rare, only around 100 documented cases worldwide, but extremely disorienting. Researchers believe it's caused by minor changes in speech rhythm and tone due to brain damage. It's not the vocabulary that changes, just the sound. Suddenly, your voice no longer feels like your own. Walking corpse syndrome, hikikomori variation, Japan. Different from Cotard's, this version of walking corpse syndrome is more cultural and deeply psychological. In Japan, it's linked to the phenomenon of hikikomori, people, often young men, who withdraw from society completely. They lock themselves in rooms for months or even years, avoiding family, work, school, everything. They eat, sleep, and live in silence, often feeling they've lost purpose or identity. They don't always believe they're dead, but they feel like life has stopped for them. Social pressures, intense academic expectations, and cultural shame can all contribute. While not a psychiatric disorder in itself, it reflects an extreme psychological collapse where the person vanishes, not physically, but socially and emotionally. Stendhal syndrome. Art that literally makes you faint? Welcome to Stendhal syndrome, a rare psychosomatic condition triggered by overwhelming beauty. It was named after the 19th century French author Stendhal, who wrote about feeling dizzy and anxious after seeing magnificent art in Florence. People report heart palpitations, hallucinations, dizziness, even temporary paralysis after viewing too much beauty, usually in art galleries, churches, or historic cities. It's been most famously associated with Florence, Italy, where tourists have collapsed while admiring masterpieces. Psychologists believe it's a mix of emotional overload, aesthetic sensitivity, and psychological expectation. It's rare, but real. Sometimes beauty really can be too much. Alice in Wonderland syndrome. No mushrooms required. This one's all brain chemistry. Alice in Wonderland syndrome is a rare neurological condition where perception gets completely distorted. Objects appear too small or too big. Time may seem to speed up or slow down. Your own body might feel stretched, shrunken, or dislocated. It's most common in children, often triggered by migraines, epilepsy, or infections. One minute you feel normal, the next, it's like you've stepped into a surreal dream. Despite the name, it has nothing to do with drugs or delusions. Instead, it's a misfiring in parts of the brain that handle visual perception and spatial awareness. For some, it lasts minutes. For others, it lingers for hours. Either way, it's a real-life trip down the rabbit hole. Jerusalem syndrome. Our final stop, a holy city, and a holy identity crisis. Jerusalem syndrome is a rare psychiatric condition where visitors to Jerusalem suddenly develop religious delusions. They start believing they are biblical figures, like Jesus, Mary, or a prophet. Some preach in public, others dress in robes or deliver divine messages. Many have no previous signs of mental illness. The experience of visiting such a sacred place seems to trigger a psychological break. It's estimated that about 100 tourists per year experience this condition to some degree. Most recover after leaving the city, but for a brief time they genuinely lose themselves in religious fervor. It's a powerful reminder of how place, belief, and psychology can intertwine. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below.